Hello everyone, hope you're well. Welcome back to my channel. It feels like a while since I did my last video. It wasn't that long ago, but it just feels like it was for some reason. But I'm back with a new video and it's finally time to talk about who could win Eurovision 2024. So we're in April now. The pre-parties are all happening. I was actually trying to decide when to make this video. I'm going to the Amsterdam pre-party later on this week and I wasn't sure whether to do this video before or after, but I thought I'll do it now because the favourites to win won't really change that much between now and then, but we all know it definitely could change when we actually get the rehearsals, we see what everything looks like on stage, and then things could change. So the question, who will win Eurovision 2024, is, well, it feels like it's impossible to answer, really. There is not one definite answer. This year is really open, very open, unpredictable, a lot different to last year, because last year it was all about Sweden or Finland, or at least it was at this time in the year. And that's what all the talk was about. It'll either be Sweden or Finland. And it was Sweden and Finland in the top two in the final. But this year, it's not between two. There seems to be a group of about 4 or 5 countries that I think could win. Some people might argue there's 1 or 2 outsiders that might win, but I think there's 4 or 5 main competitors, and actually the top 5 in the betting odds right now are all in my personal top 5, so I should be happy with the winner if that is the case. So this year definitely feels more unpredictable and more open than last year. I don't think there's a runaway favourite, or at least not yet anyway. Maybe on the night there will be. And we say every year staging is so important. It really is. It just gets more and more important every year, actually. This year, staging, I think, could be more important than ever before. I don't know why, I just feel like there's so many potential televote favourites, I think, and I just think it'll be really crucial how they look live visually, how they performed live. But I think we all know now that it's like that every single year. But this year, because it's so unpredictable, it just seems more important than ever before. So I am going to talk about, I think I've got 5 countries actually. I was thinking 4 or 5. I think there's 5 big ones. I'm going to go through them and talk about, well, they all have reasons why they could win. And then they've also got reasons for not winning as well. So every potential country that could win has got reasons for and against. And I think everyone keeps changing their minds. One minute I see people saying, oh, Switzerland are winning. And then the next day I think, no, Italy are winning. Or Croatia are still winning. So it just goes to show that there really isn't a clear answer this year, but that's good, it makes it exciting. So I wasn't actually planning on going through in a particular order, but I think I will just end up going through most likely, or what feels like most likely at the moment, to least likely within the top 5. So the order that I talk about them might actually end up being the order of the betting odds at the moment, even though I didn't actually plan to do it that way. So the favourite to win right now, officially, of course it could change, but at the moment it is Nemo from Switzerland. And this went to the top of the odds immediately after the Madrid pre-party performance. I think people were wondering, can Nemo actually sing this live? Because it's so difficult to sing live. And then they performed for the first time at Madrid. And then people realised, oh wow, Nemo really can do all these vocals perfectly live. And I think that got people excited. And it was always a favourite to win anyway, before that. So it does make sense, it really does. Immediately after hearing this, for the very first time I heard it, I got winner vibes immediately. And I said that in my reaction video. I actually say, oh, this feels like a winner. And it's one of the only songs actually that I've had a winner vibe from after hearing it for the first time. It's very epic, and there's that moment at the end of the song, that big, dramatic, operatic moment. That's what feels like a winner, and you can really picture that on stage. And this is what it all comes down to: staging. I mean, we know staging is important for everyone. Staging will be crucial for this song. If it doesn't have a spectacular staging, then maybe that winner moment will sort of fade away. I think that this could be the jury winner. It really does stand out as something that could win the jury. In fact, I'd be surprised if it doesn't win the jury, actually. I suppose maybe France could win it, but maybe Italy. But there's not many other options. This feels like a jury favourite to me. In fact, actually, I can picture 2021 John's Tears. I can picture that kind of scenario. Something that wins the jury, but then, so this is why I'm thinking about why it possibly couldn't win, because of Televote. I don't think it would do badly with Televote. In fact, I think it could get top 5 in jury and Televote, which is why it could win. But maybe Televote could let it down a little bit, and this is why I'm thinking about John's Tears. Similar vocal, first of all, and it could be a similar situation where it wins the jury, but then a big Televote favourite comes along, takes over it, and wins the whole thing. And then that comes second or third overall. And that's what I can kind of picture happening. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, but I can see it winning as well. Either way, I think this will come top 3. So if it has a really special, epic staging, jury love it, public love it enough, then it's winning. But this is where I think it could fall short, and what might stop it from winning is, well, the televote, but also how it might come across visually and sonically as well, I guess. I think there are people that might look at this, listen to this, and they might find it just a bit too much. Because it is quite a chaotic song, but I think it's chaotic in a good way. And I think generally it has been perceived very positively. I haven't seen many complaints from fans about how it's got all these different genres, how it's quite chaotic. I haven't really seen many complaints about that at all. So I think the genre mixing works really well. It works perfectly, actually. But maybe there are some people who haven't heard it before that just might not like that. They might not like the operatic vocals at the end. They might not like the rapping. It might just come across as almost a bit too theatrical for some people. Some people just might not like that. So that's the main reason why I think it might not win. But honestly, I can still picture it winning if it's done well on stage, if the staging is spectacular. And I do know the same person who did the Cha 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 staging for Caria is doing this staging. So that's interesting, and that's really promising. So I think this could be a really exciting and refreshing winner, a very modern winner as well. It's a very contemporary song. I think it'll be really exciting if this wins, but I'm just waiting for the staging. I want to see what it will look like on stage, and then we can really say, okay, yeah, this could win. I have to talk about the favourite before. Well, it's still a really big favourite. Croatia, of course. This is so popular. People are absolutely loving this. The good thing about this is the whole underdog story. The fact that Baby Lasagna wasn't even meant to be taking part in the national final. He was a wild card. The fact that Croatia have never been a favourite to win Eurovision in my lifetime. So it's all very new, very different. So yeah, that's exciting, to experience. So yeah, it's obviously very popular. It's the winner of a lot of fan polls. I imagine if the fan perception is anything to go by, then I think the general public will like it as well. In fact, I think a good thing about this is the fact that it's quite simple. The melody is quite simple, but in a good way. It's simple but effective. It's memorable, a nice message that people can follow. It's fun, but not too crazy, I don't think. So it's not like a joke entry, but it is a lot of fun. Um, so yeah, it's got a lot of good things going for it, and it is clearly, it's always been really popular throughout the whole season. I just think that if I'm being honest, how I feel about this right now, if I can picture it winning, it doesn't really seem like a winner to me. I just feel like, is this really enough to win? Does it really have jury appeal? That's what gets me, I think, is the fact that, yeah, okay, a lot of fans are obviously loving it, but is it really gonna win on the night? Especially with the juries. It has to do well with the jury. What appeal does this have? Now, I am going to talk about the Netherlands later on, but I'm just going to use an example here. I know a lot of people do like to talk about Croatia and the Netherlands together. They do kind of fit together or go against each other in a way. Now, with the Netherlands, a lot of people would say, oh, that is going to flop with the jury. The jury will hate the Netherlands. But if you think the Netherlands won't do well with the jury, then do you think Croatia will? I don't see how people can say, oh, the Netherlands will do badly with the jury, but then think that Croatia will do well with the jury. In fact, actually, I think the Netherlands could do better in the jury than Croatia, depending on staging. I think whatever happens, it is Croatia's best entry in a long time. So it's all good, it's all positive. I do think, though, that Switzerland being number one at the moment does make more sense than Croatia to me. So yeah, I'm not sure if I can actually see this winning. I do wonder if it's being overestimated a little bit, but Croatia winning, going to Croatia for Eurovision, I'm happy with that. I'm up for that. Yeah, let's go. I'll be there. A country I think could win is Italy. Again, Italy are always up there at the top as contenders, as they should be. Like I said, one of my favourite countries in Eurovision. They are the ones to beat. They are the champions of Eurovision, and this is looking like another contender to win the whole thing. The reason why I think this could win is because it's something I can picture doing well with both jury and televote. And it's actually one of the only songs that I can see doing well with both, because the others are all one or the other. They're all either televote favourites or jury favourites like Switzerland. But this is one of the only ones I think does have the perfect balance of both jury and televote. So it's something I can picture winning, not by a landslide victory, but just enough to do well in both and being enough to win the whole thing. It does make sense to me, it really does. Langoya has been popular all across Europe. You can just never disregard Italy. I think maybe we don't know what the staging will be like for this. I've heard that she will have dancers on stage. Um, so yeah, staging could be important, of course. The running order will be important. See, the thing is with this, because we don't know anything about what the staging will be like, I can kind of picture it coming anywhere in the top 10. It's like I can see it winning, but I can also picture it getting like 7th. I think it will get higher than that. I think this will be another top 5 for Italy, definitely. I mean, obviously, I can't say for sure if it's a winner, but it is definitely up there as a contender. And there's something about the jury and the televote potential this has that really makes me think that it could just about do it. It really could. Obviously, Italy won very recently and hosted very recently. And I know that people weren't really happy about the way Italy organised it, the way they hosted it. But I don't think that will be a problem for the general public. I don't think people have that in mind as a major problem necessarily. But maybe people will think, oh, Italy have won like really recently. Let's have something else. And that brings me quite nicely actually to Ukraine, because Ukraine is still, a favourite. It's still up there in the top 5 in the betting odds. I do think the hype has died down quite a bit for this because it came out before some of the other favourites. I am including it in my list of potential winners though, because you never know, you can't rule it out. The song itself, it does feel like a winner song to me. It's just very powerful, very uplifting, very Ukrainian. But like I said with Italy, people might have in mind the practicality of the hosting, the fact that they probably can't host again next year, and the fact that they won so recently. People might just have that in mind and might vote for other songs like, Croatia, the Netherlands, more fun songs. So this could be maybe top 5 but not win. I mean, if you were thinking about this a few months ago, then you think, yes, this is a winner. Since then, we've had more favourites that have emerged, and the hype for this has kind of disappeared a little bit. I still love it though, and if the staging is as powerful as the song, maybe that hype will come back for it. It will re-emerge. Maybe people will start to talk more again about the idea of this being a winner. So the talk of countries winning recently transitioned quite well there from Italy to Ukraine. And now we go to another country that's won very recently, and that's the Netherlands. Now, I am including this in my list of potential winners. I am. Call me delusional. You know that the Netherlands is my personal favourite this year. This is what I would love to see this win. I mean, I'd be happy with Switzerland, Italy, Croatia, and Ukraine winning as well. I don't mind, really. But I am living in a world where Joost Klein wins Eurovision, does his parents proud, gets a huge Televote score, just like Karia. I'm living in that world, and I think other people are too. So I think there are some people that would think, oh, there's no way that this can win. But it has always been, or for a while anyway, for a few weeks, it's been in the top 5 in the betting odds, and it was number 4 at one point. There's so much hype around this. I mean, I've talked in about 2 or maybe even 3 videos now about Europapa and about how it's just gone so viral. This is the viral hit of the year. You can't deny that. This is the song that's got the most views on YouTube, all over TikTok. It was number 1 in the Netherlands and in other countries as well, I believe, like Belgium. So the surrounding countries that Joost Klein is very popular in. So that works very well for him in terms of televote. You know, he will have support from the countries that he's well known in, like Germany, Belgium. So the countries that he's performed in, he's done well in the charts in, there's bound to be a lot of televote support from them. So that's a good sign for him. So let's talk about why could the Netherlands win? What are the positive reasons that could actually make this win? It's the televote. There's no denying that. You know, it could be like a Kariat situation where it gets 300 points. I can see that happening definitely. And when you see how popular it already is in terms of streaming, YouTube views, you know, charting, and just going viral, that helps it. That helps build the momentum for it. So surely those views and that popularity must turn into televote points. There is a rest of the world vote again as well, which I keep forgetting about actually. I always forget about that rest of the world vote, but it's still happening. This could do quite well in that. I've watched a lot of reaction videos on this song and all of the songs this year. This song has got a very good reaction from American reactors on YouTube. It's got that nostalgia, it's got that 90s vibe that people are really loving. I think we can all agree that it could win the semi-final, but could it win the televote overall in the final? I think it could. I mean, I can't wait to see what they've got planned for staging because it's all being kept very hush-hush at the minute, very secretive, which makes me think they've got something brilliant planned for staging. And I know that Joost Klein is very creative. He likes to work on his own music videos. So I think he does have a very creative vision. So I'm expecting huge things. I really am. Okay, so let's say that this is the televote winner. You know, that we can guarantee that it will do well in the televote. What are the reasons why this can't win? We all know why. It's the jury. This is what will be the downfall of this. You know, it's not really a jury song. Juries love vocals. This is rap, almost kind of like spoken word. It's just, it doesn't really seem like a jury favourite that gets 12 points across the board from loads of different countries. Yeah, I can't see that happening, unfortunately, but I do have positive opinions on the potential jury score it could get. I think we have to remember that Karia did a lot better with the juries than we thought he would. He came 4th with the jury, which is amazing. And that's a winner position because Måneskin came 4th in the jury as well. And if Loreen didn't get such a big jury score that she did, then would he have won the whole thing? Maybe. And Cha 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 is not, you know, it wasn't a jury friendly song. at all. In fact, a lot of people said his vocals were actually quite bad. Or they were bad in the final, actually. Maybe they weren't bad in the jury final. But, either way, it wasn't a jury song, but it still did well with the jury. So with Joost Klein, why can't he do well with the jury? Maybe they will appreciate this. So because of that, it makes me more positive for Joost with the jury vote, because maybe he won't do as badly as we think. And if he gets a huge televote score, okay, even if he doesn't win, he could come top 4, maybe even top 3. It's not completely out of the question. So I don't think we should completely rule out the idea of the Netherlands winning. And maybe when the rehearsals come around, yeah, I've just got a good feeling like the staging could be amazing. It's an anthem that will get the crowd going. Also, the song is actually more popular with Dutch people than Arcade. That's how it seems to be to me. The reception it's got from the Dutch people. Like, this is bigger than Arcade, and Arcade was a winner. I still think it's like the Cha 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 of the year with how well it could do, with the televote. So yeah, I can't wait to see what the staging will be like, and maybe closer to the time, it will go even higher in the odds, and it will be talked about more as a potential winner. I know the Netherlands have won recently, but yeah, this winning would be just such a good story. Joost Klein, he's always wanted to do it, doing his parents proud, having this European anthem as the winner, another non-English language winner. So yeah, honestly, this is what I will be voting for personally, and this is what my heart belongs to. Like, my head is telling me Switzerland or Italy, but my heart goes with the Netherlands. So I think one of those countries that I've talked about, Switzerland, Italy, Croatia, the Netherlands, maybe Ukraine, those are the 5. I think one of those will win. There are some countries I haven't talked about that are kind of outsider favourites, like Belgium is very popular. Can't really see that winning, to be honest. But you never know, we'll wait and see. Greece, that's going to be good, I think. This is a very strong Greek entry. Will it win? I see the other countries I've talked about as being higher, more likely to win than Greece. Norway, I love Norway. Honestly, Ulverham, like I've said before, is the perfect Norwegian entry. If this doesn't come top 10 at least, that would be a crime. Like, this needs top 10, surely. I don't think it will win though, because it's too specific a genre. Like, it's not for everyone. But I hope it does well. But I can't see Norway winning, but I love it. But the way I see it right now, it is still very open, but I imagine it does have to be one of those 5 countries. So I think I've talked enough. That was a very, very long video. I do apologise. I had a feeling it would be a long one. So yeah, I think I'll end it there. I'll be happy with any of those winning, to be honest. Any of those 5 that I've mentioned. They seem like the main contenders, and yeah, it just goes to show how strong this year is and how unpredictable it is as well. This is a really strong year for the quality of music, and I imagine the stagings will be great as well. And yeah, it's going to be really exciting when we get those rehearsal pictures. That is the moment when we'll have even more of an idea. But yeah, anyway, I will end it there. Let me know what you think of the countries I've mentioned. Do you think one of those 5 countries will win, or is it somebody else completely? Belgium, France, Norway, Greece, anyone I haven't mentioned, or do you think it is one of those 5? And if you had to name one country now, who do you think is the most likely to win? So, will I do another video like this closer to the time? I don't know, maybe? Maybe I have done it a bit too early, but yeah, we'll see. I might do. So thank you as always for watching, and please feel free to leave your thoughts below. It's always good to have these discussions going, sharing opinions. I always love that. So the next time you'll see me will, well, maybe not me personally, but videos from me from the Amsterdam pre-party. Hopefully I'll do a little bit of filming while I'm there, so that'll be fun. I might even do a review of the pre-party, but again, I'm not entirely sure. I'm just planning as I go along. So thank you for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.